Today I'm going to talk about some differences between deadlift, stiff leg deadlift, sumo deadlift, and stiff leg. Did I say stiff leg? Today I'm going to be telling you the differences between the deadlift, the Romanian deadlift, sumo deadlift, and stiff leg deadlift. Now, I get a lot of clients that are really confused about the differences between the movement patterns, what muscle groups each one works, and pretty much everything about them. Take a look at these clips and I'm going to do a little voiceover explaining what they work. Alright, the first lift we're going to talk about is the conventional deadlift. During this movement, you're going to be using muscles in what we call the posterior chain, which is located on primarily the backside of your body. It includes the calves, hamstrings, lower back, glutes, traps, lats, and every single muscle in your core. Getting set for this lift, you're going to start by bringing the bar really close to your shins, starting in a lower squat position, grabbing the bar right outside your knees with an overhand grip, and then you're going to extend standing up with your knees and your hips at the same exact time. From the side view, you can see how close the bar is to my shins, but most importantly, you can see how flat my back is as I start to pull up. And then once I go down, I let the bar clear my knees before I bend my hips, bringing it all the way back down to the floor. The second lift we're going to be talking about is the Romanian deadlift. With this variation being primarily a hip hinge movement, you're going to see a lot of focus on the lower back muscles. So getting set, you're going to see the bars once again really close to my shins. My back stays flat the entire time. My shoulders are out in front of my hands, and then I pull up, only extending at the hips. The knees are staying at the same exact angle the entire range of motion. From the front angle, you can see me get set, and my shoulders are perfectly parallel to the ground. And then as I stand up with power, and then control it on the way down back to the starting point. This next lift, the sumo deadlift, is my personal favorite. So as you can see, it's known as the best leg substitute for a squat because it puts a lot more emphasis on your quads and your hamstrings and your adductor muscles on your inner thigh. The setup for this deadlift variation is much different from all the other ones. You're going to see a really wide stance with my feet. Notice how my toes are pointed out, and your grip actually changes as well. So you have an over-under grip with your hands on the inside of your knees, but your chest is staying upright just like a conventional deadlift would, and then you're extending your knees and your hips at the same exact time. Last deadlift variation that we're going to go over is the stiff leg deadlift. The primary muscle group being used here are your glutes and your hammies. Usually the conventional deadlift is a bottoms up range of motion. The stiff leg deadlift is a top down range of motion. So you start at the top, feet a little bit less than shoulder width apart, and your chest does fall down to the ground. From the side profile, you can see how flat my back stays the entire range of motion and how close the bar is to my shins, and making sure that your knees stay at the same angle the whole time. Alright guys, that concludes the video. I just wanted to give you a little insight knowledge on the different types of deadlifts as well as the muscle groups that each one works compared to the other. And obviously, as you saw, there's a little bit different variation in form, so keep that in mind when you're incorporating them in your workouts. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below and I'll try to answer them. Other than that, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Before you guys go, if you want to do me a favor... Before you guys go, if you want to do me a favor and subscribe, clicking the link in the lower left-hand corner. And then I'm going to put a link to another video in the right-hand corner if you want to keep watching. Thanks so much. See you guys later.